Hi, this is Pete Savin, and it's a live periscope to everybody out there. And I'm actually standing in the remains of Milecastle 40, which is just on the highest point of Hadrian's Wall, which is Windshield Crags. And as you can see, it's windswept and pretty empty of Hadrian's Wall walkers at the moment, but the views today are absolutely fantastic. Slightly grey sky, but okay, the line of the Roman wall actually runs down in the middle of the picture here. You can actually just see it running down, and then in the middle distance there we have Cragluff and the crags and Steel Rig as well, and the wall just wends its way away along the ridge there, the windsill, all the way to Housesteads and onwards eastwards, finally turning up in Newcastle. So that's the wall there. As I say, I'm just within the actual remains, the rounds of the Milecastle. This was robbed and it has been excavated, but mainly stone robbing down the years has taken most of the stone away. But you get the general idea of how it works. So I'm not going to walk across. I'm actually inside the Milecastle now. Some of these rocks are natural, they're just built around them. You can see the ground's very rough and very, very wet. I've always had to take my shoes and socks off several times and wring them out just so I can get the view. And now we have the line of the wall running west, going up to again Windshield Crag, which is the highest point on the wall there. This modern wall sits on top of the rubble of the Hadrian's Wall itself. In actual fact, I'm standing pretty much on the rubble of the wall fill. And this is the view the Romans had, the auxiliaries and the legions who built it, looking right over this Hound Hill just in the foreground there. The scenery, probably there's more plantations than ever would before. They probably would have kept the area north of the wall clear of vegetation, of trees. I'm just going to the wall here, and if you look down as I pan down the wall, just in the foreground, finger in there, trained finger, there's the north ditch of Hadrian's Wall. That was obviously the first line of defence, and that would have been raised on the north side, just giving the ditch that illusion of extra depth for anybody trying to get over. And again, I'm looking straight down the wall now, right over onto the Windsill Crags. And if I swing round again, just here comes the stunt finger again. Just there is the line of Barkham Hill. There was a Roman signal station on either side of those, and beneath, you can't see it, there's a sort of small patch of light, is the Roman fort of Vindolanda, which is on the Staingate Roman road. And the Staingate ran in down this line here, and then obviously just vanishes from our line of sight just because there's hills in the way. The new sill, the new National Parks Centre, is just in the foreground there, and also the slightly older, if I walk over the hill, one of my favourite places to drink is the Twice Brewed pub. So hopefully we might be turning up there later and having a beer. Anyway, so all these lumps and bumps again is the rather sad remains, turf covered, of Milecastle 40. Probably held about 8 to 10 men, maybe some cavalry as well. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed that. So I'll try and do some more if I can as I go along the wall. Thank you very much.